Hello and welcome. This is Project Healing Waters, Fayetteville, North Carolina program, and today's fly is the Black Beauty. It's a simple fly. All trout will go after it. You can tie it from, I would say, 12 all the way to 22 to almost make it look like a midge. Essentially it is. So let's get started. Today's hook we're using is a nymph hook, size 16. And we're using the Umpqua nymph hook, size 16. The thread we are using is Vivus 8/0, color black. We're using ultra wire, small, silver in color. And the dubbing we're going to be using is Natural Spirit. It's a rainbow blend, but a solid black. You can also use peacock herl on this, but the recipe and what I'm doing for the class is dubbing. So first we want to start the thread 1 eye length behind the eye. Put a couple wraps in there to secure it, and let's remove the tag. Next, what we're going to want to put on is we're going to do the silver wire. And we're just going to go ahead and put this on top of the shank. I'm going to throw another wrap in, and then we're going to bring it all the way back. And then we'll go move it forward to tie in the remainder, and be careful, you still want to leave the 1 eye length behind where you started. So let's just bring this all the way down with touching wraps all the way to the bend of the hook, just past a little bit, and right about there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our thread wraps back, and we want to be doing touching wraps. We want this body to be somewhat equal all the way down. And just take your time and just bring it up forward to where you started with your original wraps. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to bring our wire forward. We're going to do a touching wrap on the back, and then from there forward we're going to do evenly spacing wraps, and just make this thing nice and conform. Just like so. A little more space there. Yeah, a little more space. And when you do enough of these, the spacing will become really easy to you. So then we're going to bring it to where we started with our thread. And then we're just going to do overlapping wraps. I like to do overlapping wraps to actually capture the wire, which makes it much easier to helicopter off. The last thing we want to do at this point is lose our wire to where it pops up out from underneath our thread. From here, what we want to do is we want to grab our dubbing, and we're just grabbing a small tiny amount. That's a little too much actually. Right there, you can barely see it, but we're just going to take it and bend it over and add it to our thread. Okay, we'll bring it up. And so now what we want to do is just wrap it over on top itself and build this up. Be careful not to get too much close to the eye, because we're going to have to whip finish this. So just keep on wrapping. And build that up. Okay. Next, what we want to do is we want to grab our whip finish. You can see how nice and buggy that is. And we're going to do 2 sets of 4 on top of each other. Okay, we want to cut the remainder. Okay, we want to look at, you can see that I've got some out of control, but essentially that's what we want. Nice and buggy. Make sure the eye is available to be able to put in your tippet. From there, the fly is finished. If you want to use UV on the back, you can. I would recommend, if you're going to use UV, use it before you tie in your dubbing. And you can also put in a nice little dab right there on the top where you finish your thread wraps. And this is the Black Beauty. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Project Healing Waters, Fayetteville, North Carolina program. If you have any questions, leave comments in the comment section and we'll get back to you. Also, the material list will be provided as well. Thank you again, and we'll see you next fly.